Selling on Amazon has never been easier for sellers who know how to optimize their listing. So I'm about to show you step by step how to increase the conversion rate for your Amazon listing so that way you can turn more visitors into buyers and increase your bottom line as an Amazon seller. So strap yourself in, let's get into it. Alright, so welcome to the training. Now I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible. I wanted to give you some sort of gold nuggets that you can take away today in order to get you ready for Prime Day. So that way when Amazon gets these hordes of traffic, your listing is fully optimized top to bottom and ready to go to cash in on all of the traffic that Amazon's going to be getting right now on Prime Day. So real quick, I just wanted to show you how to evaluate your listing right now if you wanted to. So before I get into this, I will say that you should really consider, if you haven't already, joining Amazon's enhanced brand content. And the only way to join that program is to have a registered brand. So if you're serious about selling on Amazon, you should really consider growing your brand on Amazon by getting a registered trademark and applying it to your Amazon business, because you'll have a lot more tools to work with and you'll have a competitive advantage with SEO and things like that. And even the tools that they give you, such as enhanced brand content, this will give you a leg up on the competition, because there's still a ton of sellers that, they're just not in it for the long run. They're just trying to make a quick buck, so they don't want to go through the hassle of registering for a brand. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. If you're serious about selling on Amazon, get a trademark and register it on Amazon so you can have the awesome tools that I'm about to show you right now. And so if you haven't already checked out Helium 10 as well, as you can see here, Helium 10 has a listing analyzing tool. So what this tool is going to do is it's going to analyze your listing and it's going to give you an evaluation result score. And I love this because what you can do right now is that once you download the Chrome extension, you can go to your listing, and what you should actually do is put your listing, get the results for your listing with this, and let the bot do all the data for you. So as you can see here, it's going to tell you, it's going to give you a score. You want your score to be, as close to 10 as possible. If you're below a 7, for example, you really need to do everything that the tool suggests to get your listing ready for Prime Day. So number of images, right now it says, more than 7, good. All white background, perfect. And the white background is especially important because I still see a ton of listings for newer sellers that they're taking the photos at home themselves, and so the background main image has a sort of a bluish haze to it, or a reddish haze, and so it's not completely white. So for customers shopping on Amazon, it looks a little bit off. So if you haven't already taken professional photography photos, Zonrush does offer a photography service. Go ahead and check us out. We have professional photographers that all we do is take Amazon photos. So we know exactly what to do with Amazon products. That's all we do all day long with our photographer team. So if you're taking them yourselves and you want to invest a little bit of money in your brand, you should seriously consider checking us out. We'll go ahead and take care of you. Now, it's also going to tell you the image dimensions. So as long as the smaller site is greater than 1,000 pixels, what's really interesting about the images is you can actually tweak the images to make your product come out larger. So for example, if you go by 3,000 by 3,000, when you're creating your image, go ahead and widen your actual product image as close to the edges as possible when using a 3,000 by 3,000, for example, because on mobile and tablet, you're going to be able, your product is going to look a lot larger relative to just taking up half the space. I'm sure you've seen it. Products have half the space on your mobile phone and the other half is white. So one image is half white and half product image. But if you zoom in the product on the actual image and bring it as close to the edges as possible, your product will take up all of this space and there will be no white gaps. Like right now, if you just go to Amazon on the mobile app and just type in any sort of product, you'll go ahead and see that there's some products that look much larger than others, and that's because they're taking advantage of every last centimeter of their images. So go ahead and do that to your images. You can do that today in order to see an increased conversions, because your product image will stand out more. Now the bullet points, you always want to have 5 bullet points. Right here, this one is almost at a 10, but it's saying that the title is a little bit short. Now, when you're first creating a listing, go ahead and maximize as much space as you can. So go ahead and use all 150 characters. Depending on your category, there might be some character differentiation, but for the most part, they should all be 150 characters because you're going to maximize your SEO reach, right? If you do not have 150 characters and this tool gives you, a feedback score a little bit lower than 10 because of the title, I would hold off on changing the title, only because changing the title and the description, they have potential of resetting your listing. So if you have some good ranking right now, don't mess with the title, because it could potentially push your product out of being ranked. Okay, so apart from the title and the bullet points, everything else you should look to optimize. Again, enhanced brand content, we just went over that. And of course, your reviews are going to play a factor into this. Now, another awesome thing about this is, what you can do today is adjust your images, right? And the videos see incredible conversions. That's why I was telling you, if you haven't already, go ahead and enroll in brand registry so you can get access to these videos, because images are one thing, but if you can have a video on your listing, it's going to trigger that emotional response from a customer, and that's ultimately what humans buy off of. We buy off of emotional appeal, okay? Now, you can take that for what it is, and you can also do this on your competitors' listings, okay? So if you use this tool on your competitors' ASINs, go ahead and take note of what the common denominators are in their bullet points, in their images. How are they arranging their images? 1, 2, 3, 4 is it products, 1, 2, 3 human. Go ahead and do everything you can to reverse engineer your competitors, see what their scores are, and go ahead and move backwards from there. They have high scores, they're doing something right. So just model what they're doing. It's really that easy, and this tool makes it so much easier to get your listing ready for Amazon Prime Day. Now, the conversion rates, this is one of the major issues sellers are having. It's not that you're not driving sales with PPC. It's not that you're not doing everything you can to drive sales. It's that when you're paying for all this traffic, you might have a ton of clicks on PPC but low sales. That's because you're not convincing customers to buy your product once they land on your listing. So obviously keyword relevance is going to be a major factor, but what's most important is how good the listing is, right? So you want to go ahead and make sure you have your beefed up listing ready to go before Prime Day, and this tool by Helium 10 makes it so much easier to do that. And of course, as OnRush, we do have a listing optimization service, so if you want to go ahead and reach out to us, we'll take care of your listing, even if it's an older listing, past 1 year. Where we help sellers all the time that they have listings over 2 years old that they just want to completely redo and re-index for stronger keywords. So we'll go ahead and take care for you there if you don't have professional SEO or copywriting background. It's not an issue. We're here to help you increase your conversion rates and ultimately succeed as an Amazon seller. And I also made another video that'll help you prepare for Prime Day. So if you check out this next video, I go over a step-by-step process on how you can optimize your Amazon PPC campaigns for total efficiency and maximum results for sales, because Prime Day is going to be a huge day. It's like the Amazon seller's favorite holiday. So go ahead and check out this next video. I promise you, you're not going to want to miss it. And of course, do not forget to join my private group. There's a link below in the description. Now, it's a private group, but we are a close-knit tribe, and I would love to have you guys, all right? So I'll see you guys on the next video.